What's going on, guys? It is Tank from 96.9 The Eagle. We are joined by an absolute legend, a one-of-a-kind, a one-of-one, the unbreakable Steve-O. Hey, man, what's going on, brother?
Oh, nothing much, dude. I am on tour, dude, and it's crazy.
Well, we got you headed here to the Florida Theater on March 26th. Tickets still available at floridatheater.com. So if you want to go see Steve-O. And I saw you, this was 2002 at, I believe it was Lollapalooza. And I was curious.
Okay.
I was like, what is he going to do? And then you were so entertaining for your entire set. Doing all of you were doing stunts, but you were also very funny and very personable and telling stories and stuff, and I loved it.
Oh, well, thank you, man. That was a long time ago. Lollapalooza was 2003, and I remember that whole tour was my Don't Try This at Home tour, which I promoted by promising that I would be drunk and on drugs or your money back. And clearly this is a different era.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody ever said those nice things about that old tour, but in preparation for this tour, fortunately, I spent 11 years grinding on the comedy club circuit to develop this craft of comedy performance. And over the course of those 11 years, my comedy evolved to become a fully multimedia affair. So for this tour, I set about doing crazier crap than I've ever done in my life and filmed it all. And so after each bit in this show, which is called the Bucket List Show, I screen the footage of the bit actually happening. And what's crazy about that is that the footage I screen on this tour is so messed up. We have, in more cities than not, full-grown men fainting in their seats.
That's got to be somewhat of an honor. That's got. I mean, like, what bigger?
Yeah.
What bigger approval do you need than that?
Dude, I've never heard about people fainting during Jackass movies, and they're absolutely fainting. We average like one or two per show.
That is amazing.
I mean, dude, there's been some shows we had as many as 6, and it's not anything I ever wanted to have happen, but yeah, I'm proud.
It's kind of a treat.
I'm real proud of it.
Yeah, it's something you didn't know you could have, but now that you know that you have it, it's pretty nice. So this is definitely not a show for kids. Let's get that squared away right from the beginning. This is an adult show.
It would be definitively illegal for kids to go to this show. Like, I absolutely triple X rated. Not only is like half the stuff I did for this show flagrantly illegal, there's actually some of it that's properly X-rated.
That is that is exactly what we want, though. That's what we want from you. That's how we love you.
There are a few people who could make a video of themselves masturbating to full completion. But the thing is that when I did that, I was in an airplane, butt naked, skydiving with the dude strapped to my back, and I timed it. So right when I finished, I was simultaneously finishing as I fell out of the airplane. And from start to finish, that was the most challenging stunt I've ever pulled in my life.
Yeah, I could imagine. I don't know how you could keep a rod jumping out of a plane. I would be too scared. There's just no way I could do it. But I guess all the stuff you've been through, that's probably nothing.
It was more about the guy who was wearing nothing but a Speedo who was strapped to my back while I was butt naked.
No.
And the tiniest little airplane full of dudes. But yeah, that one's a real funny one.
I mean, have you prepared your Emmy speech?
I don't know that this qualifies as an Emmy contender, not because it's not amazing, but it's just never going to be allowed on TV in any fashion.
I love this too because I love. So this is exciting because we get the Steve-O that we love, but you say you've been honing your stand up career over the last 11 years because you've been hitting the road and you've been doing clubs but now you've moved on to graduated to a full on theater.
Right. It's so rad, man. And yeah, dude, I grinded it, man. Like this show I'm touring with now, the Bucket List Tour, will become my third comedy special. So I've been really putting in the work, and the progression's insane. It's it's the highest praise I get is from people saying that I do not even need the videos in this show, but that they're a big bonus.
Yeah, I think that's like a great way to kind of show people that you're still that guy, but you've evolved and you've taken another step in another performance art, and it's weird because how do you make that leap from? Is that just how do I make this next move? Is that what you were thinking when you decided to take it into the clubs and stuff?
I mean, it was back in 2006 the first time I tried stand up. So. And there was nothing calculated about that whatsoever. Somebody invited me to do a stunt at a comedy club, and when I walked in, I could think of nothing crazier than trying stand-up. I was just like, that's going to be my stunt. And I was wasted on drugs and alcohol. And
sure.
I kept it really quick, but I really remember the crowd was excited to see me. They were rooting for me because they just wanted to have a good time. And there was something about that, man. I mean, I'm just that kind of attention whore that you put me on a stage and I love it. So from that first night in 2006, the idea was planted. And it took until after I got sober for me to really dive in earnest. And I started touring in 2010. And at that time, I mean, I don't know. Like, I was pretty determined. I knew I loved the idea. I knew I wanted to pursue it. And it felt like a real uphill battle to establish myself in comedy. And given how much I'm known for breaking bones and shoving things up my butt, like, one could argue that I've not even established myself in comedy yet still. But, but I am in theaters now, like 1,000-seat theaters, and I'm filling them up, even though I think a lot of the people who are coming out to these shows have no idea what's going to happen. I think people come in with very low expectations. They have no idea what they're going to see, and they're more than pleasantly surprised because I got to say, this show I put together is unbelievably epic.
Well, it kind of seems like, like a vaudeville show. Like you get a little bit of everything. You get all the different forms of entertainment coming at you. Now, if you can learn to sing, then you've got everything. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny, man. Like, I did this last leg that I'm on, the current leg. I've been performing a silly rap song.
Oh, really? So you do have everything.
At the end. Yeah. I've been performing a silly rap song about how much I love my girl. But 1 week a month, my girl can be a bit of a...
Hey, Steve-O, you can't say that on the
radio. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I ran the idea of the song by my girl, and she thought it was funny enough to let me go.
Oh, that's great. You need somebody to support you, and honestly, it's so cool because I love how you've embraced what you've done and coming around to being sober and stuff like that. Even in you've got a ton of cool merch that kind of just is a celebration of who you were and how far you've gone. And things like that. So I think that's such a cool thing, and it's so epic to see you really developing into this, actual artist and taking things to the next level and giving people an entire show.
Well, thanks, man. I'm super, super stoked. It's been a crazy ride, and now all of the things I've done really have converged into one deal. And it's crazy that I'm pushing 50 years old, man. I mean, a couple more months, I'll be 48, and I'm still like on this upward trajectory, man. Like, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's wild. The fact that I'm alive is nuts.
You know,
The fact
is it harder? Is it harder on your body now? Have you noticed these things, these tasks? Are they taking more of a toll on you?
A little bit. That's going to be my next tour. Like, my next tour is going to be about like, my body's failing ability to hold up. My next tour, I'm kind of mapping it all out. It's going to be Steve-O's Gone Too Far tour.
It wasn't the masturbating skydiving. That wasn't too far.
No, no.
You know, I noticed I was looking over your schedule, and you're going to be in my hometown of Kansas City on St. Patrick's Day, and that's a good time, man. If you get a chance, you should definitely stop by the parade and go check all that stuff out because that's a good time.
Cool, man.
So
right on, dude.
We're really excited once again to see you and welcome you here to the Florida Theater. I don't know if you've done have you done the Florida Theater before?
I have not, man. I'm if I ever did any theaters back in the Don't Try This at Home tour days, then it wasn't the Florida Theater.
It's gonna be so funny because the Florida Theater is one of the most beautiful theaters in the country. And that juxtaposed against you with a guy with a Speedo strapped to your back while you're rubbing one out at 30,000 feet. That is, I mean, if there's something more beautiful than that, I can't think of it. I mean, it's a real treat, man. It's a real treat. We're really excited.
I'm looking forward to it too, man.
We're really excited to have you. Florida Theater, March 26th. Tickets at floridatheater.com. The Steve-O, it's the bucket list tour, correct?
Correct.
Don't bring the kids, whatever you do. Do bring a fainting towel for your husband because he may lose in the aisle. So, thank you for talking to us today, Steve, and have safe travels. And we'll see you in about a week and a half or so.
Hell yeah, man! Really appreciate your time, brother. Thank you.
You too, man. You be safe out there. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. All right, right on, man.